Okay, I'm gonna talk about this one guy on Twitch named SageCrit, and I'm gonna even have a timer here to make sure I don't go over my limit that YouTube has imposed on me. But there's basically this is his channel. This guy on Twitch named SageCrit, and I got banned from his chat, and I'm gonna go through the entire thing here. This might even be well, it might even end up being like a two-part video because I want to make sure I don't leave out any details. And for the first video here, I just happened to see this. So, like I'm going to say, is the video for the stream that I was banned in, he deleted, which is similar to what Shift did when he banned me. The portion of the stream that I was banned in was nowhere to be found. And this guy deleted the stream I was banned in. And I look at the chat here, and this is, as you can see, an hour and 42 minutes into the stream, and this is all the chat he's had. Three different people saying hi and talking a little bit. And this one guy, he wasn't really saying anything bad. And then towards the bottom here, he talks about how the chat's dead. Basically, the chat's dead, and he kind of jokes a little bit. And why do you stream? And he says, I don't see it in the chat because it must have got deleted. But he on stream here says that this guy said he unfollows people who stream because they don't know why they stream. And he came here for research and he'll probably be back or something. Have a good one. So he basically means that he's saying that SageCrit doesn't really stream for any good reason. I mean, he's unemployed. He has nothing better to do. That's part of the reason to it. And then in here, at first, he doesn't seem very mad. I'm not going to play this because, well, you can hear the audio fine, but the video kind of stutters. And it just doesn't look that good, so I'm not going to play it. I'll just summarize it for you. It'll be quicker. Uh, he doesn't seem very mad at first, but then he's playing this game here in Call of Duty. And then he starts getting mad that this guy, Mr. Do Run, apparently in the past, one time he got really mad at him in chat or something that he had he must have been having he told me about this. SageCrit told me about this. That Mr. Do Run here was apparently having a bad day and he kind of took it out on him in chat and he banned him, but he gave him a second chance. And that's why he's talking here. And SageCrit, he doesn't seem very mad at first, but he has a very that's one thing I found out is his temper can get out of hand real quick. And then after a while, he tells him to get out of here, basically, and a bunch of swear words. Of course, you can watch this VOD. And he bans him. So apparently this guy, and I'm sure the first time, according to SageCrit, he was just having a bad day and he took it out on him. But I'm sure this guy here in chat actually had a good reason. I had a good reason too. And what I was saying was, I wasn't even insulting the guy. I was just stating my opinion, and it was a minority opinion for him, so he banned me. And I had this guy, I wonder if this guy had contributed. It doesn't show me, but I wonder if this guy contributed to him in terms of monetary gain, because that's something I hadn't done. And I'm sure, part of the reason he banned me, and part of the reason this guy's gone too, is we haven't subscribed, we haven't donated, or anything like that. And he says here in the video, I can't read your title, he's kind of making fun of this guy, asking why he streams. And he's saying that this is why he streams, for advice, the truth, open discussion, and stuff. This is why he streams. When, I mean, very rarely, not even on a daily basis, this is what he gets on a daily basis. I'm going to forward the stream here and see if anybody else chats. And it don't seem like it. But yeah, very, not even on a daily basis. It's kind of rare when anybody even comes in chat to talk about any of this stuff he has in his title here. It's rare, and this is what he apparently streams for. Apparently, this is why. It's rare when anybody even comes in here to talk about. Mostly, it's this here. You see, they say hi, how you doing, and then they leave. They don't even talk about this. And sometimes I've seen when people do talk about this, if you don't share the same viewpoint as him, he gets pissed off as hell on you. Another VOD loaded. I'm not gonna watch that. Um, but yeah, as you can see, I'm banned there. In the VOD that what my thing was in, it wouldn't have been this 3-hour one. It would have been this. There was one between these two here that it was, and I remember seeing it appear here and then clicking on it, and then oh, this is unavailable. And also, look what SageCrit did. He sent me a message. Oh, take care of yourself, he said. I'm thinking of something funny to reply. But yeah. So, like I'm gonna say, I'm not the only person this has happened to. It just I when this stream was going on, I just fell asleep a couple hours ago, and I didn't watch this obviously because I unfollowed him. I had been following him, as you can see here, right up here, since March 16th, 2019 is like the exact date. I had been following him since, and I'm not following him anymore. So I didn't see this, and I happened to be on his Twitch channel and see the VOD. But God, I'm not the only person this has happened to. He does this, and he even says in that stream, "What's with all the people? What's with all the people talking like that lately?" And he tells us to get out of here. It's like, really? The guy, all the guy said was that you seem to stream for no good reason and stuff. That's about all the guy said. And oh, you ban him. That's at least all I can see. That's all he read in the stream, and that's all it says in chat. He's basically asking, why do you stream? You seem to do it for no good reason. But then, of course, SageCrit, being the smarty he is, I guess the reason he streams is in the title. You know, it also doesn't help that he says, let's have an open discussion, vaccines, religion, UFOs, whatever. And he's sitting here playing Call of Duty. He's sitting here playing League of Legends, or he's sitting here eating some soup while watching videos of people eating food. Yeah, that really helps your conspiracy talk. But in case you need an introduction, this guy is basically a Twitch streamer. He lives near Boulder, Colorado, and as you know, uh, smoking weed, smoking marijuana, whatever you want to call it, is illegal in Colorado. The main reason he lives there, I think. He was born at one day he just happened to say it. I've been trying to get this out of him for a long time. He was born in 1976, so he's age 43 to 44. He's been unemployed. I clipped this too. I managed to get this out of him too one day. He'd been unemployed for like the past 5 years because his parents, what he said was like his dad died and the money went to his mom. And then within like a year and a half of each other, his parents both died. And his mom left his money to him and I think his brother. And so he lived unemployed out of his inheritance for like 2 or 3 years. And since then, I think he said it was hard to understand him, but he said like a Cinco check. I'd never heard of any of this before. I don't even know what that is. So I looked it up, and that's like a real estate investment company. He says from a house he bought in like 2000 something. So he lived off his parents' inheritance, and now he lives off like a real estate check. Maybe he gets like some of the rental income from that house or something, and that's what he lives off of. And this is what he does: is he spends basically all day, every day, streaming and playing video games while regularly taking bong hits of weed and drinking tea. That's his life. That is this guy's life right here. It's God, is it a hard life. Some days I wish I could switch with this guy and just sit here and man, I could just sit there and smoke all day, be high as a kite, and just play video games. That's all he has to do. And a lot of times I've heard him talk, I should get a job and he had a wife too, and he frequently talks about his ex-wife, how she wanted to go out and party or something, and he didn't want to do that, so they broke up. And he's been looking on Tinder for another wife, and it's like, okay, that's the biggest of your responsibilities. And not that long ago, he bought a new car. Well, not a brand new car, but a relatively new car. He has money for that too. He has money to buy a newer vehicle. It's like, God, what an easy life. And he has all these problems, complaining about the people in his stream. So this right here is basically kind of a background on this stream. As you can see, I was gifted a sub once. I never subscribed to this guy, and I thought about it many times, but never did I donate any bits or anything. Because I think about donating, I think, oh, that was pretty funny. Something funny would happen or something, and I think, maybe I should donate to this guy. But then not long later, he'd burp really loudly, or he'd fart, or do something, or he'd ignore what I said in chat. And I thought, no, good thing I didn't know it. I didn't give this guy anything. So extremely unprofessional. And he has a Discord where he posts his conspiracy stuff, and I joined it, and I posted a few things, but I had to put like a disclaimer in one of my posts because he thought I was a troll, and I was just kind of referencing a game, and I had to put there was a reference here in my post because if I didn't put that, he'd think I was trolling. And there's like I'm pretty sure over 130 people in his Discord, but like 99% of all the posts are by himself. It's extremely dead, even though there's tons of people in it. Really weird, but I guess he's very passionate about his conspiracy stuff, and the other people that join aren't. I found out about his Twitch channel through him streaming a game called Fistful of Frags. It's a Wild West shooter, and I follow the category for that game on Twitch, and that's how I found out about his channel. And this will come into play later. Keep that in mind. And what I did was I basically lurked in his chat pretty much on a daily basis and chatted very frequently, usually when it was completely dead. Like I says here, I would be chatting, to liven up the stream and have something to talk with him. And I'd be chatting and stuff and, spamming some emotes, having fun, using commands. That's what I did. And there's a lot of issues I've had with this guy, just in general. And this isn't even the incident that happened, this isn't even related to it. But it's just kind of issues this guy has. He very rarely looks at chat, and sometimes I remember last night, which would have been April 27th, 2020, I was in his stream because we had just played a game, and I saw somebody in its chat say hi, and it took him like 10 minutes, anywhere between 5 to 15 minutes, just before he saw the message and said hi to this guy because I think he was playing League of Legends, and that's how long it took him to see the guy. And by the time he saw the message and said, "Hey, how you doing?" the guy probably left. The guy probably figured he ain't gonna see my message. He's not even paying attention to chat, and he probably left. God, he has really a lot of trouble reading his chat. I don't know. It may be because he's high or something, but he just seems to miss my messages. Just if there's too many people talking in chat, which is like 3 people, if there's 3 people talking in chat at once, he can't pay attention and he'll miss your messages, and you have to add him in chat or put an arrow, just for him to read your messages. It's really weird. He has trouble doing that. Trouble keeping up with his own chat that's dead. And he farts and he burps and he coughs and he sneezes loudly right on the stream. No effort to prevent any of it. And he says, "Well, I want to stop doing that." But then he does it anyway, and a lot of times he'd do it and he'd say, "Oh, excuse me. I mean to stop doing that." And he forgets what he says. Yeah, by that I mean he says he wants to stop doing it, but then he just keeps doing it anyway. And I think part one's gonna end here.